people of the internet. Once again, it's been a very long time. But today, what I wanted to talk to you about was a theme that was touched upon in Super Soundstuff's video on New Age creators, which was freaking on point. And one of the points that he mentioned in his video was this idea that right now in your life you'll think, I love certain things. So for example, you could be a tea lover. For me, I was thinking about this, like, what kind of things do I associate with being me? And some of it was like the fact that I really like to work in rooms which are lamplit and not necessarily big light lit. So it was just the kind of thing, you know, the kind of things that you can define yourself as day to day. So like you could be, as I said, I think you could be a tea lover, you could be a book lover, you could be an awesome sock lover, you could be all these things. But a really important thing that Sam mentioned in his video was the fact that being open to all of that changing and looking back on yourself and being like, did I really think that was cool? You know, that kind of thing is so important. And the more I thought about it, the more I realised how much I agree with that. Simply because if I've had this before where I thought, I love this thing. So for example, I love red bush tea. Now the reason I turned to red bush tea was because I realised that my body doesn't like caffeine, so I turned to a decaf option. But all the decaf teas that I tried in terms of actual tea that's decaf hadn't tasted good, so I was like, I'm just going to be a solid red bush person. I'm going to drink it with sugar and milk, which is probably not how you're actually supposed to drink it, but that's how I'm going to drink it. And so I was like, yes, I'm a solid red bush person. And then I came to London, and the family with whom I'm staying introduced me to, I think it's Thai Foo's decaf tea, not spun at all, but that actually tastes of tea, and I'm like, I could happily abandon red bush tea for that decaf tea because it tastes pretty much like tea. So in that sense, it's so easy to think, like, when someone asks you, you know, what's your favourite thing, and you say the thing, but then it's so easy to feel like you're betraying something by finding something better. But it's so important to not hold on to these preferences that you have simply because there's probably going to be something you find better, and it doesn't demean the experience or the favourite that you had before. It just means that you're growing, and that's so cool. And I feel like, oh, can you hear that siren? You might be able to hear that siren, but yeah, I think it's just really important to let yourself enjoy things and not feel disheartened when you feel like you're somewhat betraying yourself for finding something you enjoy more. I just find that really interesting. Yeah, enjoy what you enjoy right now, enjoy the environment you're in, enjoy all the awesome things, but be open to loving new things and not feel like you're betraying yourself or becoming someone you're not, because you're always going to be changing, and that's really, really cool. Now, for a one take, I don't think this was that bad, so I would like to hear, has there been a time where you were like, I will stick by this thing for the rest of my life, and then found something that was better and you were like, oh no, what have I done? I would love to hear it. I'm really sorry if I'm talking a bit weirdly, by the way. Like, I don't feel like I can really, really loudly talk because the walls are quite thin and don't want to particularly disturb anyone. So yeah, I'm sorry I've been away for a while, but sitting down and being like, I can do this is super empowering. So yes, what have you been up to? It's been 4 months-ish. I'll be back soon, it'll be fine. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful time doing what you're doing, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.